Well, here it is, and here it comes. No mask, $500 fine, deal or no deal, or death to us part. Well, the deal is that there's a lot of states that are mandating masks, whether you like it or not. Now, the mask really helps, and if it's made properly and worn properly, it really helps if someone has corona and they're wandering out in public, from giving it to other people. Um, and then, when you're indoors, especially, that corona is really hard to get out of central systems. So, it's really a good thing to try to wear a mask when you go in a building that's central heat and air, because it might be just living in that building. Plus, it's a smaller area. Um, Here's the thing. On Monday, okay, July 2020, Monday, uh, Walmart and Target stores are making it mandatory for anyone that enters their doors to wear a mask. That's right. And I don't blame them. If you look up how many of the frontline workers for the Walmart company have died from corona since March, there's families suing Walmart for that. Now, if your kid died from being a checker at Walmart, don't you think you would sue? Or your wife or your husband? Probably. So they're probably trying to cut back on the lawsuits, but also try to, make a protective measure for their employees and customers. Now, although these tourists and the younger people don't give a damn when they come to another state and they're all over people, they don't think it's 6 foot all the time. It's not 6 foot while you're waiting in line. It's 6 foot all the time. You try to stay away from everybody as you're walking around or whatever. And even when you get towards the lineup to check out, it means all the time. It doesn't mean just at the checkout. And I see a lot of this. Respect other people, respect other states. Florida was doing pretty good, especially upper Florida, until the tourists decided, well, there's no school and our jobs are done or whatever, so we'll just go to Florida and party. Well, a lot of these people have come from these lockdown states that are extremely ill. You see a lot of New Yorkers and Michigan and Massachusetts and Texas. Texas is very problematic right now. And if you go, on the internet, YouTube, whatever, social media, and you'll see a lot of these Texans going, we have rights. And we're not wearing a damn mask and da da da. Well, that's why everybody's dying out there. Because you people are not respecting it. You really didn't want to do shutdown or anything. You opened way too early. And then you want to bring it to Florida. Thank you. Thank you for bringing everybody death. What are you, the Grim Reaper? So, it's a lot of it's because people don't respect. I don't know if it's the way parents are raising their kids today, and these young kids to teenagers are wandering about in public in stores, and they just bebop around. They'll be 1 foot from you and right up your butt, and it's like, whoa, what is wrong with you? I mean, are these parents not telling their kids, please respect others? Try to stay 6 foot away at all times when, you're around other people. Really, I mean, it's going to take over the whole world and kill everybody if people don't start showing some respect. Okay? Yeah, I agree. Mask is hard to breathe through. And some masks are just not good enough. People just selling some fabric. And that's just not good enough. It's got to have some sort of filter in it. Do you guys want to just sit in lockdown while the government figures out when to pay? To pay everybody for the time hiding in their house? While the bills are coming and they're going to lose everything and put the nation homeless? While we're waiting on the government to throw some 2-penny checks out every once in a while? The way you could stop that is to be careful. Now, I'm going to tell you that the food industry to go, any of the app gig stuff is flying high because a lot of people are just not going out. They are actually ordering and having it delivered to their work or their house. It's huge right now. There's just so many orders. There's just not enough drivers, especially in Destin. Destin is really short drivers, and the payout there is unreal with DoorDash. It's $10 all the way up to 40, and I was out there the other day, and just a El Cheapo order was like $37. Because the customers, are tipping. Now, DoorDash doesn't always give you all the tips, but you get $3 for delivery, and then peak pay, and then customers tip. But if there is a peak pay and if there is a customer tip, I don't deliver nothing without some kind of customer tip because I'm just not doing it. It's gas is too expensive, so is my car insurance and everything else, and I can get paid better being a chauffeur. But really, seriously, a lot of the states are initializing $500 fine in public for each occurrence if you don't wear a mask in public. So you have one of two choices: wear one or stay home. That's it. That's all there is. It's just too serious. You knew the peak was coming, and it's really peaking. The virus is really peaking. So, we've got to get it slowed down. And unless you want to go into a lockdown again or lockdown for a long time, how much more can you take financially? SBA and Idle closed down Saturday for small business. And that includes, the app gig drivers, have tried to use that and stuff to get assistance because they're independent contractor. All they do is deliver. And the biggest problem is that they're front-ended workers and they're not getting any reward from the government like regular jobs, and where these regular jobs, they get bonuses because they're frontline responders. So, please either don't go out in public or wear a mask. It's really, really serious. And it's a matter of life or death. How simple is that? Life or death? Think about it. It's forever. Life or death. Which is your choice? You want to go out and kill people? How do you know you don't have coronavirus? So, try to respect others if you're out in public. Otherwise, just stay home and hide out, which is really the better option. Yeah. No masks, $500 each occurrence, fine. So, try not to push your area or your state to that. And try to get people to work with others in public by wearing a mask. It just really would be nice if you could grant someone life instead of death. It's really, really serious. It's no joke. If you want to research it, we haven't had anything this serious in like 100 years. I think it was the Spanish flu, like in 1903 or something, that the entire United States locked down. They had no choice. And that's how they killed it. Our lockdown was not long enough. And people were coming from other places that were very, very sick and bringing it to other states, spreading it. So, please respect people, even if you don't know them. It's not nice to issue the order of death to someone because you brought corona here. And you just wish to spread it. The app gig services deliver groceries. medications, liquor, food. They do a lot now. Even Walmart has a pickup thing where you can drive up and pick stuff up. You know, you just make an order online and you can drive up there and get it. Sit in the parking lot, bring it right to your car. They'll even load it in for you. So, think about it. Death do us part or not? Love you. Be kind to others. Do something kind for a stranger. Love everybody. And as always, too much of a good thing is wonderful. And we're hoping and praying for that. Everybody have a blessed day.